None of that.
Hey guys, we are back for... Well, we... Guys, we are back for...
Microphone works.
Okay, your phone works. That's good. That's good. Well, last time we were trying very, very hard to finish Beast Quest.
I tried my best.
It just wasn't working. It wasn't gonna happen. It just wasn't happening. That boss just didn't want to fight us. It wasn't in a very fighting mood. But yeah, that happened. And today we are going to be starting a new game. Phoenix Wright, is it?
Yep.
No idea what's about to happen. In fact, I know zero about this game.
She doesn't even know what the word attorney means. I have played through the first game. This is a trilogy, so it's got 3 games in it. I've played through the entire first game, and I've got like 2 chapters into the second game. So once we get to the second game, I'm going to be going in blind. The first chapter of the first game, I'm going to know like, like the back of my hand. I've played it so many times. The rest of them, I don't remember as much. So it'll be semi-blind.
Okay. But there are probably going to be parts here and there that you're like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh, absolutely.
But you're right, I don't know what autonomy means. I don't know what autonomy... Attorney means. That's an M. That is an M.
Where?
Next to the O.
No, that's an RN.
That looks like an M.
It does.
It looks like an M. I'm sorry, my glasses are broken at the minute.
Ugh.
These are just spare ones that I have.
Sora says, "Hola, muchachos."
Whatever that means. But
It says, "Hello, men."
I am a girl. He is the man.
She is a girl. I am the men.
But yes, I know zero about this game. All I know is that it's not the game we were intending to play. Sheldon played the first chapter with it with Mom, and Mom was like, "No."
It was iffy, but then we got to the end of the chapter and she went, "No, I don't think Cat can handle it."
If she didn't think I can handle it, it must be worse than I think.
I need to pop my back for real. It's been hurting for 3 days now. Angry face. It's close enough, anyways. Oh, this to yeah, they're close enough.
So yeah, I have no idea what to expect, but I'm about to find out. So take it away from.
Cracking open a cold one with the bosses.
There better be a phoenix involved.
Yeah, there better be a phoenix involved. There's definitely a phoenix involved.
Thank you.
Capcom.
There also would be a false title. There also would be quite a false title. Oh, you're gonna make me press it? I did it. Building content.
I hope she'll like it. It's great. I like it so much. I love it too. Alright. options. Text skip. Single box skip. Screen shake on. Vibration on. Text box. That. Language. Which language do you want? Japanese, English, French, German, Korean, Chinese simplified, or Chinese traditional?
English.
Okay. Saving content. So is my best friend. We played it together. But it's really hard for me not to yawn when reading out loud through a lot of dialogue. I don't know why. Whenever I do the voices, I just... Ugh. Okay, new game. So do you want to play Ace Attorney, Justice for All, or Trials and Tribulations?
Which is the first one?
This one.
Okay.
Episode 1, the first turnabout. First steps. I got a trophy already. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this! I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. in District Court. Defendant lobby number 2. Oh, yeah, she is. The game is a tad bit loud right now. I don't know if it'll stay like that when playing. Oh, a body has been discovered. I can turn the game audio down a bit. There we go. Let's try that. Boy, am I nervous. That's a girl.
Right.
Oh, hiya, Chief.
Whew. Am I glad I made it on time?
Crincon. Volume is great. So Sora and Croncy are both in the chat now.
Hello. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Okay, so the guy's named Phoenix.
Yep.
Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this.
This is gonna be so much fun. Oh, I know.
Murder mysteries, yes. I love murder mysteries. I love mysteries in general. It says a lot about you and your client as well.
Croncy says, hi, cat, with a wave.
Hello.
Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
A favor? You knew the defendant? What does that mean?
Defendant? What's the first part of it? No, the first part. What's the first word you can see in there?
Defend.
Mm-hmm. So we're a lawyer. So the defendant would be the person who is trying to defend themselves. Person who's accused of a crime. So we're a lawyer and we owe the guy who's being accused of the crime a favor. Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
Well, that's news to me.
I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over!
Is that your client? Is that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, it's him. Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die!
Sounds like he wants to die. Interesting.
Maybe I'll last longer than the case after this case, right? Yeah. Nick! Hey. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts.
Aha.
She liked that one. She's smiling. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hand shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Phoenix Wright, Larry Butts, or Mia Fey?
What's the defendant again?
The person accused of crime.
Okay, Larry Butts.
I'd like to see them do this in real court, right? The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here.
Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name?
Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the RI button.
R1.
R1. The R1 button, check it out anytime. Okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
You're new, so tell me basic information. That's how we know you're a great attorney. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Mia Fey, Cinderblock, or Cindy Stone? Let's check the court record. Attorney's badge. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death, 7:31, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. So,
Okay.
Who's the victim?
It's Cindy Stone.
The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was poisoned, hit with a blunt object, or strangled?
Didn't you blood loss?
Imagine someone actually being in a trial. Press R1 to check the trial information. In an actual court. Yeah, Your Honor, hold on a second. Hold on, I gotta press R1. You got a what? Cinder block for sure.
Okay, so it's the blunt one. I don't even know what blunt one is.
Blunt is something that's not sharp. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue added to the court record.
Statue. A statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy.
Interesting. Right.
What a pain.
Ta. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence during their trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R1 button to check court records frequently.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the
I said it a couple times. Prosecution.
What's a prosecution?
The opposite of the defendant.
Prosecution later. So be ready.
Murder weapon, the thonker. Well, it probably did thonk her on the head.
I get it. Let's just hope that he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. BRB, I'll brush my teeth real quicks. Hurry, hurry. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Alright, so he's gonna give his story. And then we can cross-examine him. We can ask him questions about what he said.
Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony.
Didn't they all die?
I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped.
We're watching the stream. Oh. Watching the stream? No. Annoying cat with puns. Yeah. They're going, no, we don't need to watch the stream. We got an annoying cat with puns.
I'm busy.
In fact, she completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Passport added to the court record. The victim apparently returned home from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude, we can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I wait and see what happens or stop him from answering?
Top him.
My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case.
Oh. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die! I'm just gonna drop dead! Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this!
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
Milk Throw is in the chat.
Hello, Milk.
Says the best prosecutor is, Mr. Payne.
I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do? Have him answer honestly or stop him from answering?
Top him.
I'll send him a signal. Lie like a dog. Well, see, it's like this. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Definitely not Sora, says Milk. Crunchy says pain, more like pain. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Don't start.
Well then, we'll just have to remind you.
I got a bad feeling about this.
We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct?
Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes.
Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Witness testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Blackout record added to the court record. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime.
Now, Mr. Wright,
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
you may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor?
Alright. Right. This is it. The real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
Why, you exposed the lies in testimony. In the testimony the witness just gave.
Lies. What? He was lying?
Your client is innocent, right? Then what that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
Cross-examination. Hold it. We'll get to that. How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be
Contradiction.
contradictions in there. First, find contradiction between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, you found the contradicting evidence. Present it and rub it in the witness's face.
Okay.
Open the court record with the R1 button. Then point it out. Contradictions in the testimony.
Okay. Witness's account. Cross-examination.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment.
So, at any point, we can pull up the court record and we can point out any evidence that proves that he's lying in that statement. So we've got the attorney's badge, the autopsy report, time of death was July 31st between 4 and 5 p.m. Cause of death was blunt trauma. The statue of the thinker, which is heavy. The passport, she got home from Paris on July 30th. And electricity was out from noon to 6 p.m.
It's gotta be something with a time.
What makes you say that?
Just think about it. She died at what? 1 something?
She died between 4 and 5 p.m.
4 and 5 p.m.
Yep.
When did he get there?
Well, let's read through it. So, also we can press, which basically means he says,
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment.
isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. We can basically question him on everything he says.
I don't know, he just seemed strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time.
Right.
Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime.
The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. In other words, don't try and make your own conclusions here.
Of course, what the witness means is that the man we saw looked suspicious. So, what happened next?
You're lying, my attorney badge proves it. There need to be more good games like this in Dung and change my mind. No need to change your mind. Koi, yes? If you're talking about the thing on the top left, don't worry about it. You just got a message, the app will suspend 15 minutes because they can't find your license. It's my game, I own it. It just does that because this isn't my primary PS4. So it's basically going, this is Cat's PS4. Cat can't play this game in another 15 minutes. It'll keep going for us, because we're on my account. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Do you want to press that? Do you want to present any evidence?
What do you think?
I know this. I know this.
Give me a hint.
I say we press everything just because you can sometimes get funny stuff.
Good idea.
Half open, you say. Yes, the door was open halfway. Yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd in a big city like this, I thought.
I see. And what happened next?
Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing.
Truer words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside.
Why did Payne cut him off so quickly? Didn't understand a word of that, but sounds like it'll be fine. Yeah, it's the same. It'll be fine.
That's a good question.
So you looked into the apartment. What happened then?
Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next? I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes. I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. You thought to call the police? Does that mean you actually didn't? That you didn't actually call them?
Please, listen to the rest of the testimony. You thought to call the police. What happened next?
However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. The phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't. Right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Oh, that? I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call.
And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next?
I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Why use a public phone? Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. And being the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments. Ah, right. What time did you call again? I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident.
1 p.m. Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence in the to contradict him.
I love the cross-examination music. So iconic. It is iconic, yeah. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Something doesn't add up there.
Let's see.
He found her dead body at 1 p.m., right? So we've got the attorney's badge. We've got the autopsy report proving that she died on July 31st between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. from a blunt trauma. We've got a heavy statue. We've got a
That doesn't make any sense.
What?
He found her before.
He found her before she died?
4 or 5.
We need it louder for that objection. Come on. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody to No body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that! Oh,
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradiction.
Yep.
Lies always
Beget.
beget more lies.
So lies will always make more lies.
Yeah. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait! I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one. Do you know what the contradiction is yet? We've got all the evidence we need. So he says, you see, when I found the body, I heard the time. Okay. You said heard, not saw? Yes, heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't think to look at anything else, least of all my watch. Isn't that a little strange? So you're saying you heard something. But if you were so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all.
The witness did say he actually heard the time. It's ludicrous to suggest he wouldn't hear anything.
I have to agree with the prosecution. Witness, continue your testimony.
There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Are you sure it was television and not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio.
Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television.
Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this fishy.
The objection is the objection? Oh.
Something about hearing the television?
The witness has testified he heard the time.
Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? Something fishy about hearing the voice from the television. Do you want to check the evidence, see what we got? Okay. So we got the attorney's badge, proves we're an attorney. Cindy's autopsy report, she died July 31st between 4 and 5 p.m. She died from blunt trauma. A statue of the thinker, that's rather heavy. A passport saying that she got back from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder. And a record saying that electricity in her building was out from noon to 6 p.m.
There! How would the TV work if the electricity was out?
Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The
defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Ah! Wait, I remember now!
Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility.
That,
and you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Hearing the time.
This is literally his last chance.
Right? Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
Okay, I definitely know this one.
You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it.
What was that?
I definitely know this one.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. So, what is it?
Nobody used the clock. We have the evidence. We have the weapon. We have the weapon.
Okay.
It wasn't a clock.
Ah.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim.
So you're saying...
It was a statue. Everyone knows that.
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
What? You with your objections and your evidence?
Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sowet.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock!
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes, Mr. Payne?
as the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now?
Yes, I do.
Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Objection, says Sora. Our
Yes.
chat's gonna be full of people saying objection. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment or knew the victim.
He went into the apartment, didn't he?
You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there!
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Sowet, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard. No, I mean, I saw. Ah!
Shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you! I saw him! He killed her, and he should burn! Burn! Give him death!
What?
This is the wrong game, Mom.
Order! Order in the court, I say.
Damn, he's food for a noob, right?
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor?
you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sowet heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply examine the clock's batteries, ask the neighbors, or try sounding the clock. What'd she say? She said, I'm definitely not doing that when we stream Danganronpa. Because I told her that, you know, she kind of has to read the lines, and she went, I'm not doing it like that. So, what will prove that he heard the clock? If we examine the clock's batteries, if we ask the neighbors, or if we try sounding the clock ourselves. Also, this is worth 2 pips. That's our health up in the top right. If we lose all of them, we lose the case.
Ooh.
Yeah, so if we get it wrong, we lose 2 pips.
I really don't know.
Yeah, she is. They say you're definitely voicing it. Not like that.
I really don't know.
Well, you can guess. Which one do you think would make it so that we could prove that the clock says the time? And said the time when he hit her? Would checking the clock's batteries prove that he could have heard the time? Would asking the neighbors prove that he heard the time? Or would playing the clock prove that he could hear the time?
I need a hint.
Well, how does the clock work?
Let's see. How does the clock work?
You tip its head, and it will tell you the time.
I really don't know.
I'll give you this one. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow.
Yes! Haha!
Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sewett heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sewett, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh. What's he talking about now?
While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it. I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sewett.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime!
Ugh, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Oh.
You're saying his name wrong, though? What, Mr. Sewett? Is it Sawit?
Oh, I get it. Saw it. Saw it.
Oh my god.
Get it?
I have played this case so many times, and I never picked up on that pun. I always thought that he didn't have a pun for some reason.
Yeah, saw it. Saw
Oh
it.
my god.
Saw it. No,
All this time. Because I've never played it while saying the words out loud.
Not so fast, Mr. Saw it.
Mia! I mean, Chief!
Listen up, Wright.
Cat's hilarious.
So throw this one away. Not like this. Think it.
But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean You can't still win. Try thinking out of the box.
Coy just found out Peter Parker is Spider-Man. He's what? He's Spider-Man? That was hilarious. It was hilarious. Everyone's laughing because I never picked up. I thought he just didn't have a pun for some reason. I'm like, why does he not have a pun?
Don't waste time thinking the doubting facts.
Thinking the doubting facts?
Doubting the facts.
There you go.
Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it.
So we know that the clock was 3 hours slow. It had to be. So assume that it was 3 hours slow, and then how can we prove it? Just go, okay, yes, it was definitely 3 hours slow. So because it was 3 hours slow, this would happen.
Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right, White? Right? That's odd. That was odd. You can think of a reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow.
Yes or no? A reason for the clock being 3 hours slow. Let's see what evidence do we have. We've got the attorney's badge. We've got the autopsy report. She died July 31st between 4 and 5 p.m. The statue. Passport. She just got back from overseas from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder. And electricity was out from noon to 6.
Go back to the day of the death.
July 31st, 4 to 5 p.m.
It's forever. 4 to 5. One o'clock.
Yeah.
That's 3 hours before.
Mm-hmm.
4.
Yeah.
It was still that slow even on the day of the murder.
Right. Meaning that it was already slow. Why would it be slow? Obviously the batteries weren't dying because the clock still works. Which means that why else would the time be wrong in the clock? What would cause the clock to have a different time?
If it was broken?
If it was broken, but I mean it obviously works just fine.
Hang on, we got a clock right here.
What could cause the time to be different?
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can do that on any clock. You can change the time on any clock to be, whatever time you want it to be. So why would the time on the clock be different?
Because of that button, maybe?
Because of the button that changes the time?
I really don't know.
Because maybe someone changed the time?
But why?
But why?
Careful!
Wow, just fall all the way down. Okay.
I got some pretty fragile stuff up there.
Yeah, don't worry, nothing broke. So. Wait! Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that you can prove it. You can prove it, right?
Sorry, the reason for this part is way too familiar for us. Yeah, tell me about it. I need to go get an aspirin, my head is imploding. Uh-oh.
Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha!
tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
Why would the clock have a different time? Is it because we're an attorney?
What?
I'm just going through all of them. So, why would the clock be slow? Why would she have changed the time on the clock? Does that have anything to do with the fact that we're an attorney? A lawyer?
All that I can see.
Okay. What about because she was dead? Did she change the time on the clock because she's dead?
Nope. I'm reading it.
That's the actual clock. Was she changed the time because she was in Paris the day before?
Time in the world had different. Each part of the world had different times.
Yeah.
So it might have been because she went to Paris.
Let's try it. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? That also makes a lot more sense now.
Order! Order, I say!
Nailed it.
Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness.
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty.
Innocent! Yes!
And with that, this court is adjourned.
That's what that means.
Sounds like converting time. That's the only reason I didn't mention it sooner. Yeah. Yeah, Sora didn't mention, because of time zones, it's really late for me right now. Because that was the whole point. So he didn't want to mention it. Phoenix destroys witness with facts and logic.
Nailed it.
Now, I actually messed up this next part the first time I played. Because I didn't put 2 and 2 together because I was dumb. It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Oh, didn't want to mention Saw It. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew. I still can't believe we won.
Right. Good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not all. Not all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial, and on such a satisfying note.
What if it isn't Saw It, but Saw Hit? Like Saw hit. Whoa. I've never seen the chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over.
Right, you lost the girl.
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no. I mean, bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind.
Congratulations, Harry. Who's Harry?
Harry?
Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Potter's innocent.
Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat.
Oh no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
A present? For me? Wait. Wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry.
Are you so sure?
Excuse me?
I think she saw it quite a lot of you in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just synthesizing. Really. Isn't that right, Wright? I'm never gonna use that. It's like, what? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? What evidence do we have that proves that she cared about him?
Wait. He said that he made the clock, right?
Yes, he made the clock for her.
She kept it.
Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better.
Right?
It's even more confusing with Wright's Japanese name.
I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. We all know, all we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of Harry, you were saying a part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah, part at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks?
And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. The first turnabout. A brand new episode has been added. Saving. Save. Save. Alright. Over a nice glass of fruit juice. Let's go.
Hello? This is Maya. Hi Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely. And it's all your fault. Nah, just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I don't feel safe keeping the evidence here.
There you go.
I gotcha. So what's the time? So what is the time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah.
Kinda just hit myself in the nose with my tablet. Good job, Sora.
I need a drink.
You done?
No! Oh wait, I know.
There you go. If you were a cookie, what flavor would you be?
I would be fudge stripe.
Fudge stripe. Ooh.
They're my favorite.
There you go.
They're my favorite.
Yeah, that works.
I think I got it.
Okay.
I have no idea though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the thinker. And it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Sis. Now. Do you know I'm only teasing?
I'd probably be a Fig Newton.
I should probably tell you. The clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take it to the clockwork. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there is a possibility that it might turn out that way. What?
Yeah. You got it right.
It didn't feel like it.
Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes.
Can you come by the office tonight? Say 9 o'clock to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burger. I could really go for a good burger. It's okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep. I'll be waiting, Maya.
Conversation recorded. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fay and Company Law Offices. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine. The papers.
I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have.
Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers.
How could you know?
Oh, you are not cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see.
I should have been more careful.
Oh, my dear Miss Fay, I'm so very sorry. But I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Red, white, blue. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fay and Company Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh, that's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. So now we can examine stuff. I smell blood, and that can't be good. I have to check and see if Mia, the chief's okay. Let's move into the office. That smell. I'm the Nanny McDougal McD. Gathering information is my business, you see. Okay. That smell. Blood.
I can't cry. Sis.
Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Dun 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 dun. Who are you? Okay, bye. Good talk. The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. Chief. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. The thinker added to the court record. The murder weapon looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock, made by Larry Butts. There's some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards, added. The broken remains of a glass light stand, broken beyond all recognition. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. Must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be?
Pick it up.
Well, I'm checking stuff out. Whee! All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. I'm glad that it gives me that. Lets me know I've checked it. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines, but all she used this PC for was email. It's important to remain calm in situations like this. Yeah. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. The Fay & Company ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Right! I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Oh, sorry, I think that's you.
Please? Please, come quick.
What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. Receipt added. A department store receipt with letters written in blood on the back. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. The phone receiver is missing a few screws. I better not use it. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. Hope she didn't run on me. Yikes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here.
Maya Fay.
Maya Fay? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought there would be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. So we can look at stuff, we can move, we can talk to her, and we can show her stuff.
What do you think?
Might as well talk with her first. What happened, or you and the chief?
What happened?
She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me? Can you tell me what happened?
I came in. The room was dark. And sis.
We can give her a present. So she was already dead. So you're the chief's...
Sister. I'm her younger sister.
And you were here visiting? This late at night?
Yes. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her.
Evidence?
Yes, it was the clock. It was the thinker.
We can give her a present. Hey, happy birthday! Have a present. It's your sister's blood. Hey, look. It's okay. We're an attorney.
I'm sorry. I've never seen that before. Just give her the receipt.
Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt.
That's my name.
That's my name.
Why? Why would she write my name?
Please, just calm down.
Why would this write my name?
Uh-oh. Now I've done it. Uh-oh. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya. Wait, she wouldn't have... Nah. Wow! Excuse me.
Hey,
This word Maya here mean anything to you? Gumshoe! Gumshoe! Gumshoe, the ultimate detective or police person. Gumshoe's
Whatever.
great.
That's my name.
What? The victim drew this here note in their own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name.
Killer.
Case closed! You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. I'm not hitting the button, by the way.
Oh,
He's
you're
just
not?
interrupting people.
What?
Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention Center, visitor's room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, sorry, that's her, even though she didn't move.
Oh. It's you, lawyer. Good morning.
The house smells like chicken, and I'm hangry. Good morning. She looks so tired.
Are you going to be my
Attorney.
attorney?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It's up to you. Of course I will. We're sorry, not a chance.
Of course I will.
First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up.
Really?
Whoa, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it?
No. No one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office. You looked at me like I had done it.
Great, thanks, music. Now I'm depressed again. Honestly, all I do when playing this game by myself is hum along to the music. Did I look at her like that? No, no. I never thought...
It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you.
Heard? Heard what about me?
I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time at court. In court. Wow, really? How'd it go? How'd it go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. Aha! So he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now.
I think I'm going to sleep now. It's way too late, says Croncy. Night-night, Croncy.
Night-night. Sleep well.
Yep, slurp well.
I don't know, Maya.
'Twas fun to have you here again. Yes, it was.
I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty.
Thanks, Mia. No wonder Maya doesn't want us as her lawyer.
That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to insult you.
Croncy says she'll pop in next week. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia...
I know.
There's something I've been wanting to ask you.
Yes?
What's with that outfit?
Oh, this? This is all that... all... What?
This is gonna be interesting. Yeah, you have it.
Acolytes?
Acolytes.
What's an acolyte? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say.
Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do?
Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training.
A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Alright, what about the day of the crime? Could you tell me about the day of the murder?
Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister.
What's with that outfit? Tactful, Phoenix.
She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
Evidence?
Yes, that clock shaped like the thinker.
The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case?
Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it too? Do you want to hear it in her own voice?
Her own voice?
Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my phone stuff. It was on my cell phone.
You recorded it.
Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things.
Hey, your cell phone. So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it.
Right. Oh. I just remembered that the detective took my cell phone. Sorry.
Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see a Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it.
I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay?
Sure, thanks. Maya's memo added to the court record. A conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard.
No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. We already did this.
That's the thinker clock player made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office?
I was right around 9. The lights were off, and I could smell blood. So then, I found her. My sister.
Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. So you're an acolyte, or medium in training.
That's right. The Faye family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world.
Wait a second. You said the Faye family? So Mia was into this stuff too?
Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class, too.
I had no idea. Wait,
What?
so you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all that?
Yes, in training.
Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her.
I'm sorry. I'm still in training.
Okay, I kinda gotta go to bed now too. I've pulled too many all-nighters recently. Frowny face, says Sora.
Okay, Sora. Sleep well.
Sleep well. And we'll see you soon.
I couldn't do something on that level.
I thought that would be too easy. See yas. Huh? Something the matter?
I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? Except,
Sure, why not? I'll go ask.
thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to.
Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me.
Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10.
What? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
What if this guy refuses?
They told me that if I don't find one, that they will pick Tommy to defend me. To defend me.
When will that happen?
They're giving me until 4 this afternoon.
And visiting hours are almost up. I better hurry. Right, I'll be back. To the Grossberg Law Offices. September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves, filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. Looks like that's everything, yeah? Okay. September 6th, Fay and Company Law Offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues.
Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you?
You're close.
No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry?
I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right?
He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... Detective Gumshoe, Detective Suede Shoes, or Detective Gumtree?
Detective Gumshoe.
Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe?
Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick.
Hey, Dick, get over here.
Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick.
Whew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. About Miss Fay, did you do an autopsy?
You want to know the results, eh? No, don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all.
Alright, time of death, September 5th at 9 p.m. Cause, single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. About Maya.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win.
Why do you say that?
The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution.
Edgeworth.
I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all.
Prosecutor Edgeworth.
That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you?
Of course I do, or of course not.
I really don't know what to say. I'm kind of scared of this guy.
Never heard of him.
Whoa, and you call yourself a lawyer, pal?
About 4 years ago, this Edgeworth guy became prosecutor at the age of 20. Everyone says he's a genius. Surprised you don't know him.
Of course I know him. I was just playing dumb. He's a cold, heartless machine who'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. There are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. So Edgeworth is a prosecutor. So he's the one who accuses someone else of the crime. And there's rumors that he's never lost a case, and he might be kind of making his own evidence to make sure that he never loses a case.
I see.
Do we have anything to present to him?
No, I don't think so.
What about the memo? Give us her phone. I was wondering, did you see my FA's cell phone?
Oh, that? I have that.
Do you think you could give it back?
Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer.
Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him straight or tell him not so straight?
I don't know what to do. I'm scared of him.
You're scared of Dick Gumshoe?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of scared of this guy.
So do you want to tell him exactly why you want the phone, or are you gonna kind of stretch the truth a little bit to try and get the phone back?
I really don't know what to do. I'm serious.
I don't know either.
I thought you played this game before.
I have, but I haven't played this one in a long time. Well, he is quite large and loud, that's true.
Not so straight.
Okay, I can't be straight with this guy. But what should I tell him?
Something the matter?
Oh, no, that carrying strap on the cell phone.
This? It says the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. The Steel Samurai. That action hero on TV?
Yeah, you see that strap as a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct.
That what she said?
Yes.
Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway. Here you go.
Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. My cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Holds a conversation between the chief and Maya. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to.
You all done, pal?
Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now.
Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal.
Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness?
Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her.
Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you sent her home already then?
You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial.
So, she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try and get a detective to leak information.
You got that right, pal.
Time to pay a visit to Miss May. You're afraid of this guy. He is the biggest doofus ever.
He'll be like, I can't tell you nothing. You're just gonna try and trick me into telling you that Miles Edgeworth is gonna be the prosecutor and that April May is the only witness and she's in the hotel across the street. But I ain't telling you nothing.
Okay. Mia's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could ever remember. Cordyline stricta.
Cordyline stricta, pal.
Who was that? Mia's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Mia probably read all of these. Alright. Let's go check out the hotel.
Can you pull me up?
Yep. Ugh. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303.
Careful.
Of?
I don't know. I think my leg is in the same position for. Wait. Yep, it has.
Yep. Okay.
Maybe I should go frog.
Frog? You got it.
Frog.
Frog.
A little more. A little more. Ooh, stretch.
Yeah.
Actually, this is way better. It felt like the base of my right leg
Yeah.
was like sitting on a wrinkle or something. I didn't know.
Oh.
It might have been the bottom of my diaper. I don't know.
Okay. Frog. Okay.
That's
No frog.
much better. Wow.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, the blood's in my leg again. Well, hello there, handsome.
Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me.
He said, don't say anything to that lawyer, pal. See?
Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder.
Gee. This is all like something out of a movie. It's also exciting. I can hardly maintain myself. Ooh. Let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness.
I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look.
Hey! What are you doing? Don't touch it. Ooh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you?
Upset? I thought she was gonna explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident.
Ooh, observe. Incident? You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a realistic vocabulary.
Better not encourage her. Or, you know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please?
Okay, let me see. Well, Fremont. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Okay. Oh boy. Could you... Just who exactly are you?
Oh, Mr. Lawyer. Are you hitting on me?
No! Hey! I'm just doing my job here.
You know, you're doing your blood.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do?
Well, no. You had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you?
Ooh. What amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television.
Oh, no, not me. I'm just a lawyer.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues? Why don't you go look for clues? In the garbage. Miss May doesn't like nosy lawyers.
Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers.
Oh boy. Do you have anything we can present to her?
No.
Okay. What's inside, I wonder? Maybe later. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fay & Company law offices building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Ah, a still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard.
So, you're the one they say has been looking for me.
Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined.
That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now?
Yes. Well, yes.
And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed.
Not busy? And how come no one could get in touch with you?
Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it.
Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey.
Ah, yes. Maya Fey. Go on.
Why the strange reaction?
Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible.
Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow?
Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion.
What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case.
Well, you see, it's just... I'm busy, you see.
But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands.
Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry. Goodbye.
Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere.
Think not.
Huh? Did you say something?
I think not, I said.
What do you mean?
I'm terribly, terribly sorry. but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy.
Why?
I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you.
What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey?
She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see.
A mission?
You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one.
That's quite a painting.
You noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least $3 million. Have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you.
I wasn't interested.
It's not for sale.
I'm not buying. Jeez.
What is with this guy?
Anything to present to him? It won't hurt to present stuff now, because we're not in court. So you can try anything you like.
What do you think?
Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter.
Alright, fine.
Very sorry, but I've got nothing. Very sorry, but I got nothing. Very sorry, but I got nothing. Yeah, no. Stop it.
Nope. Okay. I guess we gotta go tell Maya. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention Center, Visitors Room. Hiya.
Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer?
Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones.
What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then.
What about your family?
I only have my sister. My father died when I was very young. I don't know where my mother is.
Don't know? So she could still be alive?
The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an accident. An incident. They're literally like one letter off.
Right.
And don't they mean the same thing?
No.
Okay, then what does incident mean?
Incident is more broad. Like an accident can be an incident, but an incident is more often like a crime.
There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life.
Ruined?
After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced that she would become a lawyer, and left and left the mountain.
So, you live by yourself?
Yes. I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my powers.
I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. So, who's this man who, ruined your mother?
About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out leads. And they were getting just desperate.
Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they?
The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim.
Wow. So what happened?
The case was solved, we thought.
You thought?
The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police got
Now you got me doing it. Consultation.
consultation.
Yeah. Consultation's when you go to a professional to get advice or help.
The police consultation with a medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found it out and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud. And the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became a laughingstock of the nation.
I see.
White.
Excuse me? White?
That was her name. My sister told me.
White?
Just a little longer now. Before the state-appointed lawyer comes. Say what?
Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes.
I guess.
4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Go home or defend Maya?
Defend her?
I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not.
Why?
Why? Well, can't abandon you, someone else is the culprit, or I don't know why.
Someone else is the culprit.
You aren't the culprit, someone else is.
How do you know?
I have a hunch. Given the evidence, it would be easy to assume that Maya was the killer. But there's something about this whole thing that smells fishy. That witness's strange behavior, was that all an act? And the way that lawyer refused to help out Maya. But more than all that, she has no one left to help her. Nothing is more sad or more lonely than that. I know, I've been there a long, long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me.
That's so kind of you.
Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here.
Right. Thank you.
Whew, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right?
Yes. And I trust you. And I trust you too. So you trust me too, okay?
It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Hey, I got your cell phone back.
Oh, say, can I listen to my sister's voice?
Maya's eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks.
Thank you.
We gotta get in that drawer.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment, at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? Ah, I believe our guest Miss May is currently using the, facilities? If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no! Hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Oh, I almost forgot. Gah! You came back quick! Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp called. Or phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name?
Wait. That was his name. My sister told me.
White was the name of the guy who ruined me and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence?
Yeah, it's White.
There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretap added. Found in Miss May's hotel room. There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean... You know what I mean.
Yeah, we know what you mean.
Oh, bellboy. Sorry, that's supposed to be you.
Oh, bellboy? Oh, bellboy. Still there?
Uh-oh. Time to scram. I look forward to tangling with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. To be continued. Alright, so now we got all the evidence. Day 2, the trial. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides out at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir.
Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor pans added. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Alright, testimony.
Okay, let's see.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say?
Okay, I know he's lying this time.
Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
His fashion, though. Oh, Miles Edgeworth? Oh, yeah. Spiffy. He's lying? What is he lying about?
Maya was passed out before April came in. The only one that was in there was us.
Huh.
Also, how would she even know Maya if she was in the room?
She saw through the window. Remember, you could see right into the window.
We put her on the couch after she passed out.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what?
In the other room.
I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Sorry. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. So, we don't have any evidence that proves Gumshoe wrong. But if we question him on every single thing that he says...
That's what we've been doing.
Yeah. Well, now we actually have to do it. He might slip up.
Something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Alright, Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Who did you say you got a call from?
Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene.
Okay, I pressed. Not sure if it did much, though.
Right, please continue. There were 2 people there already.
Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime?
Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes.
That's pretty fast.
Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away.
Indeed. So, tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were.
Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Are you absolutely sure it was us?
Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene.
Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care.
I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey.
Is that something we should press? You said, you pointed out where he messed up, right?
Yeah.
Where? Which one?
Maya wasn't in the room. She passed out. We put her on the couch in the other room.
Alright, so
We were the only
we
ones
have
there.
a witness account describing her, or the witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder? Which one?
I really don't know anymore.
The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Did she really? Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. He's like, what? Did I really say that? Yes! Exactly what about this suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal.
Well, you're colorblind.
I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess Preston can have its advantages. Yes. Gah! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
Okay, how do we know if that was a killer?
How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify about this vital piece of information in evidence the first time? Yeah, I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. So this is the evidence we have, just so you know. Attorney's badge. The autopsy report. She died September 5th at 9 p.m. from blunt force trauma. Died instantly. The cell phone that has a conversation. Broken remains of a glass light stand. The murder weapon. A wiretap. The receipt with letters written on the back. And the floor plans.
I really don't know.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Let's just press everything, see if we can find something. And did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Ho ho! Then who did write his smarty pants? Who? The killer? Miss May? Or I did?
The killer?
The killer! Anyone can see that. Oh. You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was framed. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Yeah. I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh. He sounded pretty confident. This might not be good. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind? Well, I hear they take the, little bits in the blood, the, hemoglobins, Permagoblin Bobbin. I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue the testimony.
Permo Goblin Bobbins. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you. Oh. That was a mess. Right. Where was I? Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Nice try. Uh-oh. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Yeah, if it was on her left hand, she's right-handed. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure. Happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Ooh! Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases. No. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister. Yeah, actually. You got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer.
How do you know that was the killer?
What?
How did anyone know that was the killer? Nobody does.
Right? Well, they're assuming because, she's dying. So she wrote down the name of her killer so that her killer would be brought to justice. Order. That didn't go so well. That's right. What he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. So, his testimony. We've gone through it a couple times. So, let's look at the evidence. We've got a lawyer's badge. Autopsy report. She died September 5th at 9 o'clock. She died from a single blow to the head. She died instantly. We've got a cell phone conversation about, hiding the evidence in the statue. We've got a broken light stand. We've got the murder weapon. We've got a wiretap that Miss May had. We've got a receipt with letters written on the back saying Maya. And we've got the floor plan for the office. So what is the whole point of his testimony? He was saying, we found this slip of paper. It was her blood. She had blood on her finger. She wrote Maya's name as she was dying. So what do we have that could prove that she did not write Maya's name while she was dying?
She took a blow to the head.
Right. Yep. She single blunt force trauma, so single blow to the head, died instantly. Yes.
Then how did she get blood on her finger?
Blood splatters. And she could,
Before she died? While you're dying, you're way too weak to even move.
read the autopsy report out loud. You're on the right track.
Time of death, 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Cause single blood force trauma.
Yep.
Death was
Instantaneous. It means like immediately. As soon as she got hit, she died. Instantaneous means like
exactly.
in an instant.
If she died instantly, then how would she be able to write it?
How indeed? Witness messes up like 30 times. Don't do it again, silly. You mess up once. How dare you? Penalty! Seriously. Like, the witness will be like, oh, yeah, I totally forgot to mention that, you know, I found the dead body there. And the judge is like, all right, well, just don't do it again. Tell the whole story. We mess up once, and the judge is like, how dare you? I'm going to, like, put you in jail forever. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here.
You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying.
What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backwards, Detective.
Backwards?
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately.
But
No butting your way out of this one, Detective.
order, order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down because they died immediately.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day of the murder? The day after the murder? Or I forget? Remember where we got the autopsy report? Gumshoe.
And that was when?
That was the day after the murder, I think it was.
You think?
Well, yeah, it would have had to have been. Because she died at 9 o'clock at night. And we didn't even get out of questioning at the police station until the next morning.
Okay, yeah, you're right. That one.
It was the day after the murder.
The prosecution's point being,
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
what?
A second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these reports this morning.
No way!
Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
I see.
Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham? The detective's a sham? Or I'm a sham?
He's a sham. That guy's a sham.
Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report?
Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution.
No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts the evidence.
Autopsy report updated. Died from a blow by blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
I received the results this morning. Then why didn't you present them to the whole court? Objection? Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. No, that's good. That means that we moved on. We did the right thing so we can move on to the next part. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please.
Alright. April May, at your service.
At your service. She's a flirt.
Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
She basically went, April May, at your service.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay and Company law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw. That was more like,
That's right, big boy.
okay. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, I saw a woman with blonde hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy little girl sitting in the suspended chair. And the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little
Well, Your Honor. I see. It is remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey! How dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
Yes.
I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay. So. Let's start by...
It was 9 o'clock at night and I looked out the window.
Let's press everything to start with. Why'd you do that?
Huh? Why? Why not? Why what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily.
I sort of, I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. She's like,
Why did I look out the window? Well, gee, I'm cute. Yeah, that's nice. That's a good question. That's a really good question you asked.
answer the question, ma'am. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one.
Go for it.
Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night.
Ooh.
Look, she is not being flirty now. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. But badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! Poor girl! Order. Mr. Wright, you've been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next?
And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked.
The woman with long hair. That was Mia Fey?
Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing.
Your thing? And the person attacking her.
The one attacking her was the mouthy girl sitting in the defendant's chair.
How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish
Physique.
physique.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Physique is like a body shape.
Physique. Women know these things.
What a bunch of sense.
I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Yep, he's right, or I question the testimony.
I question the testimony.
Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you saw nothing or you're lying.
You're lying.
Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Okay. Had to run Spider Patrol. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. You can stop, Phoenix, that's kinda mean. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
What you're trying to say? You mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise.
Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Alright, witness's account.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the left. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
Her sister dies and she gets made fun of in court. Her sister dies, she's mourning her dead sister, and we're going, look at her outfit, and her hairdo is god-awful. Okay, Phoenix, you can stop. And I mean, look at that face. I've never seen a more plain girl in my life. Okay, you can stop now. I mean, what a weirdo wearing that outfit.
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
I did see everything.
So, you saw me then, too.
Of course. I remember that spiky hair anywhere.
Spiky?
The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney.
Aw. Was I a bad girl? I'm sorry.
Very well. Continue.
The victim, a woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right.
Is that right, as in your right, as you looked from the hotel?
Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right. It was my right. It was my right hand, right?
Satisfied, Mr. Wright. Please continue.
Let me go into the clothes.
How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes.
That's what you... I mean... That's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun.
What happened then?
She hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did.
Gonna leave for now? Have funzo, says Milk.
Bye, Milk.
See you, Milk.
Where did this weapon come from?
Goodbye. Well. Oh. She picked it up from the desk.
I see. What sort of weapon was it?
That clock. The kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think?
Clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Oh, hell. Don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now.
That clock. The statue-y kind of clock. The thinker, I think.
This one?
Yes.
Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing. Ooh, do you like that? Wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer.
She's rolling her eyes. Can you see what the issue is? So, here she is in her hotel room. There's the scuffle going down with Mia. She's watching. And then she sees Mia get hit with the clock. You just said that this statue of the Thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it.
Sure.
Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Sure.
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns.
Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once.
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
Whew, that was close. And if you stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
But that's because I heard it? Yes, I heard it the same time.
So you've been to the law offices of Fane Company.
No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fane Company, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it or it couldn't have rung.
Stumpedness. Stumpedness. Stumpedness.
Stumpedness. Okay, well, remember what Mia told us before. Assume that the answer is already given and prove how it's correct. So, she couldn't have heard it. If she couldn't have heard it, how do we prove that? Is there a way to prove that she couldn't have heard it from her room?
Is there?
I mean, the rooms are pretty close, so you could probably hear it. It couldn't have rung. Why would it not have been able to ring?
I'm lost.
Yeah, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue of the thinker. And it tells you the time. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? I'll leave that one up to your imagination. See you tonight at 9.
Okay, yep, it didn't ring.
Your Honor, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty, it's broken, or the batteries are dead.
It's empty.
That clock is missing its clockwork. But how could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar.
Huh?
Well, Miss May? Tisk, tisk. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Ho, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is...
It's the phone. It's the phone, isn't it? The phone with the message, yes!
Take a look at this.
Phone with the message!
That's a very cute cell phone.
Oh. You have a girly phone.
You have a girly phone. Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. a recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! Order! The defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. Good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation.
So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you. The clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry.
September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw the clock before. What store was it again?
What store was that again?
I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright?
Definitely.
The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. What proves that she couldn't have seen it in some store?
Because it's not in a store. It never was. Larry made it.
It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody.
It's impossible. Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh? Excuses not on sale today?
Who?
What's it to you, porcupine head?
Maybe you should do it then.
That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is the court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh? Just killing me. Did I, move it? I guess I did.
Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the clock was a weapon because... You held it or you heard about it?
You held it.
This is familiar territory. I'll just use the same approach as with Larry. Miss May held that very clock in her hands. Mr. Wright, when was this? When she used it to strike the victim. When else? Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? April May, you killed Mia Fey, I say. And when you struck, the force of the impact made the thinker ring. That's when you heard it.
Tisk tisk. You truly are a work of art, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What's that supposed to mean? It was you who just proved that the thinker was empty. Oh, of course it wouldn't ring. What's more, the witness has a rock-solid alibi. Miss May, perhaps you could explain to the poor, misguided Mr. Wright that you were in the hotel at the time of the murder? She can't prove it. She did it.
It would be my pleasure.
No way!
Yes, right, Mr. Lawyer. Didn't the murder take place at 9 at night? See, that's the exact same time I ordered some room service from the hotel. Subway.
Incidentally, the bellboy corroborates the witness's story. Ergo, she was not at the crime scene. Rock solid. Mr. Wright, you've just made a serious accusation against a perfectly innocent woman. Sorry, Your Honor. That didn't go so well. But if that's the case, then how did she know the thinker was a clock? Wait. Your Honor, I figured it out. There's one other way Miss April May could have known it was a clock. One way alone, and I have proof. Well, proof, you say? Then, the court will examine your proof, Mr. Wright. How did the witness know the thinker was a clock?
I don't know, I'm scared.
It's not like we're gonna get an instant game over, don't worry. Was it... What proves that she would know it's a clock? Is it an attorney's badge?
No.
Is it how she died? That she would know it's a clock. Remember, it was no longer a clock by that morning. So when she died, it was definitely not a clock.
No.
Was it the conversation between Mia and Maya?
Oh, I'm scared.
Don't be scared. There's no reason to be scared.
I just don't want to mess this up.
You won't. Promise. Okay, so the glass shards, you know what that's from. That's from the light stand. The thinker, you know what that is. The wiretap. Do you know what a wiretap is? A wiretap is something that you put in someone's room so that you can listen in and hear what they're saying.
Okay, you could have explained that earlier?
I
Thank you.
thought you knew.
Okay, click on that.
Have a look at this. That? I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of the wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is...
The phone? The phone? Yes, it was the phone.
I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Beep. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while.
Actually, there's something I want to talk about you for me.
You've got those voices like entirely backwards.
No, I do? What?
Yes.
What? Mia sounds like...
Mia's like mid-40s.
And Maya is like this tall.
Oh, then she's like, actually, it's something I want you to hold on for me. Do it. Again? Are you sure that's not backwards? Because that's what
I
a 4-year-old
know.
would say.
What's it this time? Why am I talking to you? I don't know.
It's a clock. Well, hey. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker. And it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May!
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer!
Hang on.
Yep.
Feel like I should go.
Sorry, bacon for dinner tonight. It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? Ah!
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. You did it, didn't you? Or why the wiretap?
Which one? No, seriously, you choose this time.
Miss May, confess. You did it, didn't you?
Are you out of your mind? Oh wait, I forgot. You're a lawyer. You must be. At the time of the murder, I was in my hotel room, getting room service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, just ask the bellboy.
Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Call the bellboy as a witness or continue examining Miss May?
Call the bellboy.
The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you sunk in quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fay. That is my condition. What? I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do?
I don't know, I'm really scared now.
Don't be scared.
I am though.
Look. There. It's now saved. So if we mess up, we just load it. I can do that anytime.
Can you pull me up first?
Yes. I most certainly can. So if we talk to the bellboy and nothing suspicious comes of it, then Maya will be called guilty on the spot. Or we can give up.
Wait, we can give up?
Oh, we could totally give up.
Not happening.
Alright, I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. Uh-oh. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. All right. I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. Alright. As always, we'll start by pressing. What exactly is it you do at the hotel? Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests. I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I checked Miss May in personally. Are you always so prim? Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking frivolous questions. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from my guest, Miss May. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and I... The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9, the time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Precisely 9, then? Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee, I'd like, iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. You're sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir, is an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embrasso, sir. Embrasser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious.
The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen. Can I? Protest or give up?
Protest.
Wait! Please wait! Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Check-in, room service, or bed making? What will incriminate him?
I'm really thinking room service here.
Okay. Tell me again about room service. Again, sir? At exactly 9, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. $18? Does not seem a bit expensive. Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know. And we don't skimp on the ice, sir. What did he say? What did you say? Rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Edgeworth told the bellboy, if he doesn't ask you how many people were in the room, don't tell him. Oh, something's fishy. Oof! It's like, you weren't supposed to say that! You fool!
Okay.
I've done it. I've won!
That was close.
Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was Miss April May, the man with Miss May, or the bellboy?
The man with Miss May.
The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof! Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Oof! Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Mr. Wright. You are amazing in there.
Really?
I think I might be your new fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know?
And then again, that other... What?
Attorney.
That attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his, with his eyes wide, and trembling lips. It sends shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet.
So, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that? What happened to Miss May after that anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. Wiretapping is illegal, by the way. Yeah, that's why the judge was like, no, back up, you wiretapped the victim? That's illegal. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
This?
Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. That's the only part of April May's testimony that isn't a lie. Possibly. Everything else has been proven wrong. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. That sounds like a good spot to stop.
That was a close one, though.
Right? Close one. You didn't get a single question wrong.
I didn't?
No. It would have let you know if you messed up. You did not get a single question wrong. You did everything perfectly. You sure you haven't played this before?
No, but I have been detective.
Right.
So at least I would like to be.
Alright, so.
At least I would like to be.
That's a good spot to stop at. Until next time.
I know a thing or two when it comes to detective work.
Hmm.
Do you have any idea how many times I've seen Scooby-Doo?
Right.
Not to mention I've seen The Clue. What other mysteries have I seen that don't involve Scooby-Doo?
I don't know.
Most of the mysteries I see involve Scooby-Doo.
Right. So?
OMG! This thing is Instagrammable!
What are you talking about?
Wow!
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What is that?
Food. Dinner. So.
That was actually a lot. That was actually way more fun than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Especially with you going, I don't know. I don't want to mess up.
It was scary, even if you
Right?
saved like 2 or 3 times.
Right.
But still, that was nerve-wracking. And don't tell me when you first played this game you weren't scared as well.
I was scared. I was definitely scared because I played it on the Nintendo DS, where you can't save in the middle of a trial, and if you mess up, you go back to the beginning.
Did you win? Did you win? Did you win? Did you win? Did you win?
We have proven that there is definitely someone that we need to hunt down.
Oh, you're not
Because
done.
she
Come on, one
called
more
up
bite.
for
Just one.
iced coffee.
One. One big one, I'm good.
She called up for iced
Bite.
coffee, and the bellboy came and
Bite.
gave her iced coffee, and she was alone in her room. But when he checked her in, she had a man with her. So where's the man? Where was he at the scene at the time of the murder?
Go and poop.
Or murdering the victim?
Or maybe he was on the toilet. He could have been on the toilet. Maybe he was pooping.
Anyway.
Just saying. Hey, it's a natural thing.
Yeah.
Everybody poops here. She didn't want it, so you get extra
Okay.
bacon.
Thank you. Anyway.
Poop, poop.
Hang on.
Yep.
What a beautiful wedding.
Please finish chewing so you can finish it so I can end the stream. Oh my god, she's still singing. Also, the name of this chapter is Turnabout Sisters. They'll have Turnabout somewhere in there.
It's okay.
Okay.
Don't mash it now. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, bacon for dinner tonight. And whatever he's eating.
Couscous.
Say that again?
Couscous.
Couscous?
Couscous.
Couscous?
Couscous. Yes.
Oh my god, Mom!
Hurry.
It's okay. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Because I did. And I can't wait to see what murder mystery we will solve next time. So, thanks so much for watching. And we will be back next time. Bye. And for more Mom singing.